Welcome everyone to our Zoom Spaces webinar. I am Vinod Krishnamurthy and I am delighted to have you all here today. I'd like to introduce our special AI assistants, Aaron and Emma, who will be helping us explore some of the exciting features and nuances of Zoom Spaces solution. Today, we'll be diving into key topics like O365 integration for Zoom Room calendaring capability using Graph API app permissions. We'll also explore some fantastic new features like Zoom delivery management, ability to listen to Zoom Room meetings from personal devices, and few enhancements in workspace reservation feature with cross midnight booking capability. Firstly, I welcome Aaron and Emma for the Spaces webinar. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, everyone. I'm Aaron, and I'm thrilled to be here today to help guide you through the exciting features of Zoom Spaces. I can't wait to share my knowledge and assist you throughout this session.
Hi there. I'm Emma, and I'm equally excited to join you all today. Together with Aran, we'll make sure you get the most out of this informative webinar on Zoom Spaces.
So Aaron and Emma are here to ensure we have a smooth and informative session, providing step-by-step guidance on some of the technical configurations related to calendar integration and the new features. Let's get started on this exciting journey to maximize your Zoom Spaces experience. Aaron, I need help in setting up calendar integration for Zoom Rooms with Office 365 using Graph API app permissions. Can you guide me through the process?
Of course, I'll help you set up the calendar integration step by step. Let's start with creating a resource mailbox.
Great. How do I create a resource mailbox?
Here's how to create a resource mailbox. Step 1. Sign in to Microsoft Exchange Admin Center as an admin 2. Go to Recipients, then Resources in the navigation menu. 3. Click the plus sign to add a room 4. I recommend using a prefix like ZR for Zoom Rooms to make them easily searchable. 5. Make sure to note down the display name and email address of the calendar resource. Let's see how to do that.
Thanks for sharing that. What's next after creating the resource mailbox?
Now we need to update the calendar resource settings using PowerShell. Here are the steps. 1. Start PowerShell as administrator. 2. Connect to Exchange Online using Connect Exchange Online user principal name. 3. Run the command get calendar processing with identity of calendar resource to check the settings. 4. Run the set calendar processing command to update the settings. 5. Verify if the settings got applied by running get calendar processing command again. Let's see how to do that.
So calendar resource settings need to be updated so that Zoom rooms may display calendar information and generate one-touch join experience for Zoom meetings. Thanks for sharing that, Aaron. I understand now why this step is needed. What about domain validation?
For domain validation, it's important to ensure that your Zoom account domain matches your O365 verified domain. This is a prerequisite for the Graph API integration to work. The system will automatically validate this during the authorization process. We will see where to check domains in both Microsoft 365 and Zoom Admin Portal. If associated domain is not verified in your Zoom account, apply for one and get it verified. Let's see how to do that.
So this is a mandatory step for app permission to work. Assuming that we have validated domain, how do I set up app permission in O365?
The app permissions will be configured when you authorize Zoom's access. You'll need 1. An O365 Global Admin account or Cloud Application Administrator permissions. 2. The following permissions will be automatically requested. Calendars read, write, domain read all, place read all. These permissions are granted through admin consent during the authorization process. Let's see how to do that.
That looks great. Finally, how do I add calendar service to Zoom Room?
Here's how to add the calendar service. 1. Sign into Zoom as a Rooms administrator. 2. Go to Room Management, then Calendar Integration. 3. Click Add Calendar Service. 4. Select Office 365. 5. Ensure Authorize with OAuth 2.0 is checked. 6. Select Graph API. 7. Choose Application Permissions under Account Permission Type. 8. Click Authorize. 9. Sign in with your Microsoft O365 Global Admin account. 10. Accept the requested permissions. The calendar service should now be added and ready to use with your Zoom rooms. Let's see how to do that.
Thank you, Aaron. This helps a lot with the setup process. Anything you want to add before we move on to the next topic?
You're welcome. Remember to use an incognito or private browsing window when authorizing to avoid any authentication issues.
Thanks, Aaron, for sharing all the details. Now let's move on to our next section where we will be covering some of the new features related to Zoom rooms, visitor management, and workspace reservation. Hi, Emma. I noticed there are some interesting new features for Zoom rooms. Could you tell me more about listening to Zoom rooms meetings from personal devices?
Of course. This is an exciting feature that allows users to pair their Zoom Workplace desktop app with a Zoom room and join meetings in companion mode to receive meeting audio on their personal device. However, there's one important requirement. You need to have a connected USB or Bluetooth audio device selected as the output source from the Zoom Workplace app.
So that sounds useful. Is it available on all platforms?
Yes, it's supported on Windows, macOS, and appliances. However, I should mention that it's not currently supported with Logi devices for Zoom rooms.
I also heard about companion microphone mode. How does that work?
The companion microphone mode is another great feature. When users pair their desktop device to a Zoom room and join in companion mode, they can use their device's microphone to enhance the meeting audio performance. It works with the paired laptop's built-in microphone.
Can this be controlled by administrators?
Yes, administrators have full control over this feature. They can enable or disable it for Zoom rooms as needed. When enabled, the system can automatically switch to a paired device's microphone to enhance audio quality. Like the listening feature, it's supported on Windows, macOS, and appliances, but not currently available with Logi devices.
These features seem really beneficial for meeting rooms with multiple participants.
Absolutely. These features are particularly valuable in scenarios where you need flexible audio options or want to improve audio quality. For example, in larger meeting rooms, participants can use their personal devices for better audio clarity, or in situations where someone needs to listen privately while still participating in the room meeting.
Thanks for sharing this, Emma. Let's take a look at how this feature actually works in action with a simulation of Zoom desktop client and the Zoom Room virtual controller. Let's move on to the next topic, mail and package delivery management, that is released as a part of visitor management license. So Emma, I noticed we have a new delivery management service. Could you tell me more about what this is and where it would be useful?
Of course. The Delivery Management Service is an integrated system that helps organizations efficiently handle incoming mail and packages. Account owners and delivery management admins can use a scanning system to capture package details and log arrival information. The system provides comprehensive package tracking by location and monitors pickup status.
That sounds helpful. How do recipients know that they have got a delivery?
Users with visitor management licenses receive delivery alerts and can check their delivery status. What's really convenient is that organizations can use Zoom Room kiosks for package pickup, where recipients can sign or take a photo to confirm receipt.
So this helps keep everything organized and tracked.
Exactly. It's particularly useful for organizations that handle large volumes of deliveries and need to maintain accurate records while ensuring recipients are promptly notified. The system streamlines the entire process from arrival to pickup, reducing the chances of lost packages or delayed notifications.
Thanks, Emma. That gives us a clear picture of this valuable feature. Let's take a look at Zoom's mail and package delivery management end user experience from different client apps, Zoom Desktop, Mobile, and Zoom Room Kiosk. Thanks, Emma, for sharing all the information. I would like to bring Aaron back into the discussion. Aaron, recently there was a feature enhancement to workspace reservation for booking spanning across midnight. Can you share some information on that?
Absolutely. Users can create single reservations that span the midnight hour for their workspace needs, allowing a reservation to go up to 24 hours. The system supports booking periods that cross the midnight boundary, eliminating the need to create separate reservations for shifts that extend into the next day. Account owners and admins maintain control through configurable settings that determine the maximum duration for reservations. This functionality is available across all workspace types and can be accessed through both the web portal and desktop application.
So finally, the feature that was requested by customers for some time now on workspace reservation has arrived. So let's take a look at this feature in action on Zoom Desktop Client. So, in today's Zoom Spaces webinar, our panelists covered several key topics. Aaron provided detailed guidance on O365 calendar configuration for Zoom rooms. Emma demonstrated new features, including the ability to listen to Zoom room meetings from personal devices. She also presented the new delivery management service that streamlines package handling with tracking capabilities and notification systems. Finally, Aaron explained the enhanced workspace reservation feature with cross midnight booking capability. So, thank you all for joining us today. We have covered significant ground in exploring Zoom Spaces features. Special thanks to our AI avatars, Aaron and Emma, for the detailed explanation and demonstration. We look forward to seeing how these features will enhance your Zoom Spaces experience. Thank you.